Okay, my name is Tyler Moran, and this is my video presentation to accompany my final paper proposal. My research topic is an inquiry into the declining health of the fire service and whether or not organizational change can be implemented through policy enforcement of a minimum or of a national standard for a minimum physical fitness level. My problem statement is that although NFPA 1500 recommends a minimum or recommends enforcement of a standard and also suggests a minimum exertion level for that standard, there is no national standard. And in fact, many departments have been lowering and some have even eliminated a standard from their academies and from their department completely. So that, accompanied by the fact that there's been an increase, there's been a trend in rising obesity levels among the U.S. and among fire service recruit applicants. These factors have led to a decline in the overall health of the fire service. My thesis is that there needs to be a minimum physical fitness standard in order to spark institutional change and social change in the fire service. It's and that's due to the lowering levels of physical fitness that have been documented in the fire service between active and new recruits alike. It's also my belief that geographical location has a part to play in the actual statistics in regards to the obesity numbers, and that may directly relate to each department. Whether or not that to be true is yet to be determined. But I also believe that if we haven't already seen, we will see an increase in injuries due to the increase in obesity levels and the decrease in overall health of the fire service. And although this hasn't been documented yet, I believe we will see this. As far as methodology goes, I will be conducting quasi-experimental research. In this particular class, we were not allowed to use human subjects, so kind of as a means around that, I've designed a survey, which will be anonymous through SurveyMonkey, of willing applicants, so I can collect data that way. And then my thesis will be written through a academic narrative kind of an analysis, using deductive research and kind of an insider's perspective, being that I work in the fire service. As far as my target audience goes, there's three kind of key targets that I would like to not involve, but that I would like to have an influence on. And those three are firefighters, fire administrators, and policymakers, and then the IAFF, which is the labor union for the fire service. So I think it's important because firefighters need to start the social change from the bottom up. The policymakers need to enforce policy and make a policy, and then they have to work hand in hand with the labor unions to integrate that policy into a national standard that's used by firefighters. As far as anticipated results, I think the data is going to prove that there is definitely a need for a standard, and that there's also a decrease in the overall health of the fire service. As far as application, the idea is to drive a social change and spark institutional change within the fire service. Hopefully, grab the ear of some higher level folks that enforce and make policy, and that can have some influence on the IAFF, and then just lead by example, and influence other firefighters to kind of do the same and spark that institutional change. So, all right, thank you.